Networking training, switching lab 3, part 1. In this episode, we are going to show you how to use inter-VLAN routing techniques to enhance communication between two VLANs using related devices such as routers and multi-layer switches. Legacy inter-VLAN routing will require to connect a physical port from the router to each VLAN. So here in our scenario, we have two VLANs, so we will require to connect two physical ports of a router. So this will become a big problem if you are dealing with big networks, as the more VLANs you have, the more physical port on the router that you will require. So this will not be a scalable solution. Okay, so here we have two different networks. We have VLAN 10 in the 192.168.10.0/24 network and VLAN 20, which is in the 192.168.20.0/24 network. So here you will realize that if you do our testing between PC1 and PC2, you will realize that there will be successful communication. Likewise, we do a ping test between PC3 and PC4. There are also supposed to be a successful communication. That means communication between hosts in the same VLAN will work, but if we try to test communication from one host to another in different networks, that will fail. So to make that work, we use a technique called inter-VLAN routing. So here, the first technique we are going to use is called the legacy inter-VLAN routing, where we connect a physical cable from the router to each VLAN to enhance routing between different VLANs. So let's test communication between PC1 and PC2. So here we can verify the IP address of PC1, and we can see is 10.1, 192.168.10.1, and the IP address of PC2. You can also verify the IP address of PC2, which is 192.168.10.2. So let's ping the other end, 192.168.10.1, which is PC1. So here you can see reply packets are coming in. That's so successful communication. Ping test between PC3 and PC4. We can also do that by verifying the IP of this one, and we can see the IP is 192.168.20.3, and then the IP address of 4 also is already assigned. As you can see, is 20.4. So I will ping the other end, which is 20.3. Okay, so reply packet is also coming through. So now let's test inter-VLAN communication. Let me be in PC2 and try to hit PC3 over the other network. So I expect the ping packets to fail. From PC2, I will hit 20.3, and you can see that it's not working. So here we need to make sure that this will work. Okay, so now let's go ahead and connect a physical cable from the router to the switch to route for VLAN 10, and another cable from the router to the switch to route for VLAN 20. So we go ahead, pick up a cable, straight through cable, connect on G0/0, and connect on the switch on G0/1. Okay, so what we do here, we now configure that port on the switch. We go to interface, G0/1, and we say switch port mode access, switch port access VLAN 10. Good. So now we go to the router on G0/0, interface G0/0, and then we give it an IP address in the same subnet as VLAN 10. So we're going to choose 10.200, IP address 192.168.10.200/24. And then we missed the address command. When we enable the interface, we do not shut down command. Good. Alright, so here, next we pick another cable and then connect on G0/1, and on the switch, we connect on G0/2. Alright, so let's go back to the switch and configure G0/2 to be a member of VLAN 20. Switch port access VLAN 20. Okay, good. So we save the changes there in the switch, and we go to the router again and configure G0/1. The first G0/1. We give it an IP address. An IP address 192.168.20.200. That is in the same subnet as VLAN 20. 20.200/24. And we end with the interface. We did not shut down, comma. Good. So let's end there and then save the configuration as well. Okay. So here let's test communication between PC1 and its gateway. Alright. So first of all, we have to configure the gateway on this PC. We have to make sure that this PC is using the IP address of the router interface as its gateway. So to do that, we go to the IP configuration settings and we say your gateway is supposed to be 192.168.10.200. That's the router's interface 0/0 IP address. Okay. We do the same thing to PC2. Configure a gateway IP address 192.168.10.200. Okay. So let's test that this PC can now reach their gateway 192.168.10.200, and they replying good. So now we go to PC3 and PC4 also and configure them with their gateway IP addresses 192.168.20.200 as their gateway address. That's the gateway address for PC3, and then the gateway address for PC4 also is going to be the same, 192.168.20.200. All right. So let's test that this PC can reach their gateway. Good. So here you can see they're reaching their gateway. Now we can also test inter-VLAN communication. I can ping from PC1 to PC3. So ping from PC1 to PC3, ping 192.168.20.3. So that should be responding fine. Okay, so you can see we lost one packet due to app request. Okay, that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe now and I will see you in the next one.